late, late night. Started my stream a little late because Humble was doing a live stream, so I waited till he was done. And here we are, guys. The late, late live stream with STG. What's going on, Joe? It is the 30th anniversary today of Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. What's going on, Avocado? I don't know why my lighting keeps getting dark. Hey, what's going on, OC? Good to see you, man. See if that helps a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. Yup. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Across the nation, around the world. uh, what's going on, Renee? We got some people in from Humble. I don't want to go on because Humble was live, you know. Hey, that's great, OC. That's awesome. What's everyone up to tonight? OC, I saw your short today. What was it? Tactical flashlights I saw you had? That was pretty cool. I was watching it briefly today. Nice. Yeah, I should probably get some. I had one before, but it kind of broke. So I should really replace it. Laying down finally. Nice. I got some vintage silver in today, guys. Got a nice little bar today, so I'm happy about that. I also got some mail from a community member. I didn't get it yet, so I'm gonna pick that up soon. Hanging and banging. Nice. I'm cracking my damn neck. I gotta go to the chiropractor tomorrow morning. Ordinary man, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? We got a lot of people on the West Coast in here. There's a couple people on the East Coast or Central. So what's everyone been doing lately with these prices? Silver's starting to climb back up slowly and steadily. Playing with your junk. I mean junk silver. Nice. Yeah, I got some junk silver here too. This is pretty much most of my junk silver, aside from some Morgans and peace dollars and $50 I got from the bank. I love barbers though. These are the only ones I really like to collect because they're getting really hard to find. So I think they're going to increase in price in the future significantly. But that's just what I think. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. You love barbers? Yeah, I love barbers too. I had some barber dimes. I gave them away though. That was kind of dumb of me. I should really try to get some if I see them. I really don't see them too often in coin stores. So when I do see them, I'm definitely going to get some. I heard Richard was saying that his LCS is taking in 90% again. They never stop buying 40% or 90% by me. Yeah, it sure is. I saw some Libertads tonight for under $100. I was thinking about buying some. I was thinking maybe I should get some because it's probably a good price right now. It's just hard for me to spend like $90 on something I was getting a couple years ago for like $30. But usually when it comes to vintage, I don't mind. But for some reason, something modern, it's hard for me to spend. But I did buy some modern silver recently. Thank you, OC. I appreciate that. Thank you, Avocado. You haven't been buying thing, just watching the roller coaster ride. Yeah, I mean, I saw a dealer had some vintage in stock, so I wasn't gonna pass that up, and I'm glad I got it. When I see vintage, it's because it's really hard to get, so I'm gonna have to do a video. I've been picking up some vintage silver, not too much, but a little bit here and there. Gold. Actually got a new gold coin, so hopefully gonna show that in another week or so, within a week or so. Really depends. I'd say now is probably a good time to buy 90% because most dealers are selling it below melt. I was saying the other night that a couple years ago there was a high premium on 90%, and now, well, obviously the spot price is a lot more, but the premium is a lot less. So I don't know. I think it's a good time to buy junk silver. I think everything is cyclical. I was saying 90% of everything right now is probably a good buy. 90% gold, 90% silver. Junk silver and junk gold are probably good to buy right now because you could get it oftentimes at or below spot. I know Bullion Exchange's website, they have a lot of pre 33 gold at or below spot right now. You only have 2 quarters and 2 like dollars. Well, that might change soon, Avocado. I might have sent you a little something. I hope you like it. But yeah, I mean, 90% is good. I have nothing against 90%. Honestly, if you don't have a big budget and you want to get some silver, I'd say 90% is probably the way to go right now because it's probably the most affordable silver you could get right now. I love Mercury dimes. I wish I didn't sell my Mercury dimes, but yeah, I still have a few people gave me, but not too many more than that. Yeah, I got about 27 Kennedy half dollars that I got from the banks. I literally went to over 100 banks to get that. And if you don't believe me, I have videos that I did going to over 20 banks in a day, and I've done it multiple times. So, but yeah, I'd say I definitely it's getting harder to get silver and change here, especially now because the price of silver going up so much. I mean, it was already even before silver went up crazy. It was really getting hard to get silver in from the bank. A reputable LCS will offer 90% constitutional at a decent price. If an LCS doesn't, walk away. Yeah, if you're not paying below melt for 90% now, don't buy it. Go to another dealer who will give it to you below melt. I know some LCSs they're paying like 20-25% below melt right now for 90%. Maybe that's changed. I haven't really checked it in a while, but you can go to Bullion Exchange's website and look to see. They actually tell you how much they pay for different things like junk silver and gold, silver, platinum, what have you. They don't always pay the best prices, but for me, it's convenient because I could just go to them and then trade that stuff in for other stuff that I really want. That's my strategy this year. I buy gold that doesn't have any premium or very low, and then I wait till prices go up, and then I exchange it for stuff that I do want. So that's kind of been a little bit my strategy, what I've been doing since last year. You couldn't believe it until you showed me how many banks there are in New York. Yeah. Yeah, you're one of the OGs who saw those videos. Yeah, I went even the ones by me, they're within I'd say I only went probably within a mile. There were probably, well, not more than a mile and a half. Or probably I went to about 25 different banks. I mean, I live in a densely populated area, so it's not uncommon. But unfortunately, every year more and more banks are closing. One I used to go to a bank near the Diamond District and they closed about 2 years ago. So I was like, all right, it's no problem. There's one, it's like maybe a 10-minute walk away. So I used to go to that one, and that one was good because it's near where I go to a coin show, and it's near the Diamond District. So if I ever, need to pay bullion exchanges or I need some money for a coin show, whatever, what have you, I usually just go to that one. And now that location is closing. So the next one is like 10 blocks away. I think there might be one a little closer, but there's one 10 blocks away that I could go to near Stacks. So probably end up going there and then going to Stacks and then the Diamond District. And Stacks doesn't really have much in their showcase anymore, unfortunately. It's really hit or miss when you go there. Stacks Bowers, I remember as a kid, I went with my dad there. They used to be on West 57th Street and I think sixth between 6th and 7th Avenue. They used to have these old wooden cabinets there, and in the cabinets, guys, they had thousands of coins within the cabinets, like all different types of coins you could think of in those cabinets. Now they hardly have anything. They have nothing. They have a vault, and sometimes they put some pieces in their showroom, and yeah, it's just not the same. It's really I don't really like to go there too much anymore. I go there maybe a couple times a year now. It's ever since Amark actually bought them out now, so they have a lot of online auctions actually. Stacks Bowers. They were just storefronts in the first floor of a larger building, not each with their own building and parking lot. Yeah. I mean, That's what it is. Space is at a premium here in New York City. There's no room, so that's how it is here. Even in some office buildings, there's banks. So yeah, it's like if you go, some parts of where I live is more suburban, and you do have that ordinary man. It does exist in parts of New York City, more suburban parts like where I live. It does exist, but as you go more towards the suburbs, like Long Island, that's like more standard like that, I guess. You got your American flag poker chip stand holder. Nice. That's awesome. I gotta watch those videos. I just don't have the time. There's so many channels I'm subscribed to, and it's getting crazy to watch everyone's videos. It's really hard for me. Oh, nice. Yeah. Stacks Bauer silver rounds. Yeah, those are nice. I know from 2022, right? Has the date on it, I think. Yeah, I got one of those, and I got one of the bars as well. Those are pretty cool. I think Sentu Georgie did a video on those recently. They have enameled ones as well, which I've never seen. The only ones I saw in the store were the bars. I never saw the rounds. I mean, I'm sorry, just the opposite. I only saw the rounds. I never saw the bars in the store. Last couple times I went to Stacks, they had like they had proof Libertads, but they were asking a little bit more than I could get them, even on eBay. So they're kind of overpriced now. Even just a couple years ago, when I would go in there with Sensu Georgie, they'd have like stuff in it. They had like trays of like bars, like vintage bars and rounds, and like just like maple leaves and ASEs and stuff like that, and then they'd have like tubes of stuff. Sometimes they'd have like vintage rounds. One time we went, they literally had like hundreds of vintage rounds we were going through. And what really sucks is back then they were only like 20, like in the high 20s an ounce. So I wish I could go back in time and just buy all of them. But yeah, I never expected silver to be this high. I don't think anyone expected it to be this high this quickly. All right, OC, take care. Yeah, it's the same time here. I know you're upstate New York too, right? What's going on, Transient, man? Been waiting for you. You're late today. Yeah, I'm running a little late too. I don't know if you guys know Humble Stacker. He just got monetized, and he had a live stream tonight, so I didn't wanna go live while he was live, so I started a little bit later than I normally do. Probably won't stay on for more than another 45 minutes myself. It's Friday tomorrow. Man, I got a coin show I'm gonna be going to in March. I can't wait for that. So I'm gonna be saving up some money, trying to save up some. It was awesome last year. It was a little dinky coin show at an Elks Lodge. There were about a dozen dealers there, but like the diversity, like you wouldn't believe like what they had for such a small coin show. It was awesome. I loved it. I was getting silver rounds and bars for like $32 each. It was awesome. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought the same thing too, avocado. That's why I sold my 200-ounce bars last year around $40. I'm like, it's probably only gonna go up to about 50 by the end of the year. But I didn't care because I paid 18. I think I paid like 18 an ounce for those things. So I was like, I don't care. I made my money. You didn't know that, avocado? You were in that chat tonight, man. Yeah. I signed up for his membership tonight. I became a member. Yep, Humble, one of Humble's heroes. Yeah, he just got monetized a couple days ago. So let's see if I get monetized. Probably happen in another few years. Nah, maybe in another few months. Yeah, so I'm trying to complete my 1/10 ounce AGE capital holder collection. I still got about a dozen years left. So I'm hoping to pick up some 1/10 ounce AGEs at this coin show next month. Yeah, the key is to consistently make content. If you do a lot of live streams and stuff, like I know I do them kind of late. I know if I did them earlier, I'd get a lot more viewers probably. So yeah, if you do that consistently and you make some videos with like, see, I just like showing stuff off. I don't really care. Like I used to do more informative videos. I usually the stuff that I spend the most time on, I get the least amount of views. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna show my pickups. People really like when stuff comes back from like grading. Those videos do pretty well. And usually when I show like a lot of silver, a lot of gold in one video, those videos do really well too. It's just too clickbaity, and I don't like to do stuff like that too much. Once in a while I'll do it because I know some people want to see it, but it's not like I'm constantly doing it like every other video, making like clickbait videos showing off like tons of silver and gold like some people in this community do. I just show the same old coins. Hey, what's going on? Good day, Canes. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I just like keeping a record of like what I pick up. That's kind of like mostly why I do it. But I mean, I like showing stuff off and providing some information about some stuff that I get that people would not normally see. I like picking up some weird gold coins out of the ordinary, not just ASCs or I mean AGEs or buffaloes or common stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll get monetized soon. If I keep going at this rate, I gotta put out more. I gotta pump out more videos. I think maybe possibly in another few months I could get monetized. We'll see. We'll see what happens. My head is killing me. Oh, I'm so tired. Crazy thing is, I feel worse when I slept more than when I didn't sleep enough. I just don't know. My head is like killing me right now. It's like a migraine. It's starting to like come and go. The pain in my head. Oh man, I need to really catch up on some sleep this weekend. It's all good. It just takes practice. Avocado. I don't know. You can watch my earlier videos. Actually, one of my earliest videos, my most watched video, it was about pre-33 gold because it was very informative on how to look for pre-33 gold, what to look for. And I basically just read a book. I didn't actually never finished it, and it was giving me all these tips about like what to look for when you're buying pre-33. And that's pretty much where I got the information from. It was like a New York Times best-selling book um about buying coins, and he gave some really good tips. So I don't think I ever finished that book, to be honest. Yeah, I know those Gumby videos, man, those claymation videos to probably take you a really long time. I know you said you found a quicker way of doing it now, but yeah, Yeah, man. I got this like sharp pain in my head. Oh man. I gotta drink more. Yeah, I'm taking a shot of water. No alcohol. Oh man, I'm feeling like crap. I don't know why I went live tonight. I wasn't even planning on it. I was like, eh. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend? Anyone got any plans? Doing anything interesting? Sorry about that, but I don't know why. It's my head's just been like weird today. I gotta chillax a little bit, take it easy, listen to some music, relax a little bit. It's kind of stressful. They give me easy work at work now, and it's still very stressful because the work they give me has a lot of problems. You need a new battery for your drone, so just get one or just get a new drone. You should shoot some video like drone footage and put it on your channel. I bet it would do pretty good, like in the Philippines. It'd probably be nice to see that. And like, you don't have to shoot it like where you live. You could just go to some like park or something like that, do some like drone footage or something. Go to some beach or something like that. That would be cool. Nice. I still didn't. I forgot to see your video, man. I forgot. I'm trying to keep up with people, man. It just hasn't been easy for me lately, especially. I've been crazy busy with work, but I'm starting to slow down a little bit now, so I'm gonna try to catch up on some people's videos. I'm so looking forward to my vacation in April. I'm taking a week off. I don't think it's enough, but what's going on, Joe? Yeah, I think that thing will be. I think it'll be shot down before it enters within 5 miles of there. No. Oh, you got another channel, Transient? I know a lot of people have other YouTube channels. Yeah. I call you Joseph. I call him Joe because his name is Joe. Joe Johnson. Wasn't he a boxer, Joe Johnson? I feel like that guy was a boxer. He's a basketball player. Yeah, Jack Johnson. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay. Box that gold. Hey, Guten Morgen, Austrian. Or are you still in the UK? I saw your pictures you've been posting from you went to the Royal Mint. That was so cool. Are you going to Australia or are you in Australia now? Oh, you're back in Austria, then off to Sydney. Nice. That's awesome. I think in Sydney they have ABC Bullion you could go to. I heard they're not the best to buy from though. The customer service is not that great. I know Sentu Georgie used to go to Sydney a lot, so he would probably know where to go. And I'm sure there's other Aussies who would know as well where to buy bullion from in Sydney. That'd be cool. I hope you take some nice pictures of Sydney Harbor. I'd love to see that. Yeah, he had a bad experience at ABC Bullion. He wasn't the best experience there. I forgot if American need a visa to go to Australia. I don't know. That's a good question. You just Google it. You don't need a visa, only online registration. Yeah, they have like e-visas and stuff like that here too. They have like a ranking of the most like powerful passports in the world. I think the US is like it's like one of the top 15. Um but yeah, I don't know. A lot of countries you don't really need a visa to go to if you have a US passport. Well, is Austria part of the what is it, Schengen area, like within Europe, where you don't need a visa or passport to travel? Aka sends me strange messages all the time. Yeah, he's okay. He doesn't want to show his PMs anymore. He's afraid that the government is basically now looking for people who have gold, and if they show gold, that they might get taxed on it or something. So he doesn't want to show off any PMs. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. I figured Austria was. Um, yeah, that's good that they have that agreement. But now the UK is not part of the European Union anymore. So how does that work? I know they have different I guess you could say treaties, or I don't know, how do you say it? Different agreements with different countries regarding visas, I guess. Oh, now when you go to the UK, they take biometric identification now for Americans. I don't know if it's for other. I know it's for Americans now. They're taking biometric identification now, which some people don't like that. Yeah, I guess the EU is kind of it's kind of like the US because each state has its own laws, but I mean we have both federal laws and state laws, so I'm guessing it's kind of similar where you have like a EU laws and then you have like country laws as well. Not exactly the same, but kind of similar, I guess. But yeah, they're not. It's not like that united as far as being like one country. I mean, there's too many different cultures and languages and stuff. It's not. I don't think it's really gonna happen in Europe because there's so many different cultures and languages. It's not gonna happen. You have Mercosur, which is the South American countries. You have all sorts of different countries, that have these different unions and groups. So Not necessarily. It's kind of hard to integrate, different countries because they have basically. I know the European Union has certain quotas on certain things for certain countries. So, for example, in let's say in Italy, they can only produce a certain amount of like Parmesan cheese. They're not allowed to produce more than a certain amount because let's say um, France wants to produce Parmesan cheese or something like that. So they have like certain limits. They're trying. It kind of they're kind of trying to make it more equal for less wealthy European countries to kind of get up to the same levels as the richer European countries as far as their um, economies are concerned. But I don't know. I don't know what I know what I'm saying. Yeah, not all EU member states have the euro. I think Romania just joined and I don't think they use I mean they accept the euro but they don't use it as their main currency, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Different cultures and different languages. It's not gonna be so integrated as the US is. And even the US, different parts of the country have different cultures, like the East Coast, the Midwest, the South, the West. It's like all different cultures. Obviously, we speak the same language and use the same currency and have the same federal laws, but still have unique cultures among within the U.S. Well, Texas has always wanted to go its own way and do its own thing, um, but I don't know about too many other states. Maybe California. I think I had a euro in here. I think I gave it away. I gave it away to someone in the community. Trying to look from. I have a little draw here of change. Got some Canadian. I got these coins. I didn't even show these. I went to the bank about a couple months ago, month and a half. Was finally able to get these American innovation dollars. I've never gotten them before. This is the first time I ever got them. And that's the bank branch that's gonna be closing, which where I got them from. It's kinda very simplistic design. It doesn't even look like a coin, right? It looks like some like token someone created. But yeah, I got some innovation dollars finally. I think most people in this community have never even seen one. United States had a problem. Yeah. What do you call World War II transient and World War One? Yeah. So I said, I think most Americans have never even seen these dollars before. They're so hard to get. I've never seen them until this year in person. Yeah, I know you're joking. I don't know why it has these lines on it, like these, like it's been like someone stepped on it or something. But yeah, trying to complete my presidential series dollars. I still have about 10 left that I need. So something cool that I got. The church in your hometown is 4 times older than the U.S. Yeah. The good thing about the currency in the US is that it doesn't matter how old the currency is, as long as it was issued by the US government, it's still legal tender. So if you wanted to use something from the 17th or 18th century as legal tender, it's as long as it was issued by the US government, then it's still legal tender. So I don't think you could use a Thauer as legal tender in Austria, can you? That would be cool. I got a Thauer. Let's use a Thauer. Try to buy something with a Thauer in Austria. That'd be cool. Or I'll try to I'll buy something with a ducat. Pay with a gold ducat. Yep, it is. You got a sharp eye, Austrian. Yep. It's a restrike though. 100 Corona. So I know Magyar is Hungary, and then I don't know what that is. There is your emperor, Franz Joseph the First. Pretty cool, right? Someone called that a holy hand grenade. Yeah, it's really cool, right? The coat of arms. I really like this design. It has the same gold content as a $20 gold piece here in the US. Exactly the same gold content. The original ones were made, I think, in 1907 and 1908, and the mintages are very low. I think they only made about 15,000. This was a restrike. I think the mintage is something like 45,000. I'm not 100% sure. I got this last year at Spot, actually, because it's like nobody. It's like hard to sell coins, so there's no premium on it here for this. And I thought it was really cool when I saw it. So yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, I have the 10 Corona from like 19 something. Yeah, I have a what is this? Is this a quarter? I guess it's a quarter. Seated Liberty quarter from 1877. Yeah, if I wanted to use this as a quarter, it's legal tender, so you could use it here. U.S. Philippine pesos. They might actually be cheaper here in the U.S. than in the Philippines. I found that to be true. Like with Australian coins, people like Peter J were telling me the prices of the 2026 Kookaburra, and I looked at the prices here in the US and it was a lot cheaper, surprisingly. So sometimes the coins from different countries, like within the country, because they're more popular, they might have a premium, a higher premium. So if you get the coin outside of your, like, let's say like right now, if I go on to bullion exchanges and I want to get the Austrian Corona, I think it's like under melt because for some reason it's not popular here. The 100 Corona Austrian gold coin It's basically below melt here. They sell it for because nobody really wants it. Oh, there he is, Peter J. Speak of the devil. Yeah, you could check that link. It's a restrike though, but it's really not that. It's probably, I hate to say it, Austrian Stacker, but it's probably like the cheapest gold coin you could get here in the U.S. is the 100 Corona. I think it's a nice design. It's a beautiful design. I really want to get one too. Good day, Peter J. How's it going in Australia? Austrian Stacker was just saying he's going to be taking a trip to Sydney soon. Castle Smurfenstein? No. Same here. Even the original coins that are not restrikes, sorry to say, but a 100-year-old coin is not considered a numismatic coin here. Yeah, it's the same here in the US. If it's like 100 years old or newer, it's just bullion here, pretty much. Although some bullion coins do have command a nice premium. I was so fortunate. Austrian Stacker. I don't know if you know much about the 50 pesos. They were made from 1921 to 1947, with the 47 being a restrike, which they make up until this day. The 1943 is the lowest mintage year. So I got one of these. They made, I think, 89,000 of them. And what's interesting is instead of putting 50 pesos here, like you see on this one, it says 50 pesos. In 1943, this was actually worth more than 50 pesos. So that's why they didn't put the denomination on this one. So yeah, this I got about a month and a half ago at pretty low premium. I think I only paid a 3% premium on this, which I was like really surprised. And it's in amazing condition. I lucked out. But yeah, I love Mexican gold. You guys in the USA are never asleep. Well, I'm in New York City. I'm in the city that never sleeps. So now you know why. Last week, someone explained to me that a 2-year-old superhero coin is numismatic. Ouch, man! Damn, I didn't add you as a moderator, man. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say. No comment. Peter J. It's all that coffee. I love old gold too. Not too old, but it'd be cool to have like a Spanish doubloon. I'd love to get one of those someday. But yeah, I like that's why I like pre-33 gold. I just love the history of it. I know in a lot of country in Asia they prefer like the 3 or 4 nines fine gold. Do they have like any preference in Europe? Do they prefer the 4 nines fine, or is it doesn't really matter? Like it could be like 90% or something. I think they prefer like kind of like 90% because I think a lot of European coins are 90% gold. There's not too many like pure gold European, like at least coins that are, not that modern. I haven't really seen any that are 4 nines fine gold, except, I know the more modern ones are. Yeah, 90% or 83.33%? Really? What coin is 83.33%? Hey, what's going on, Eddie? Um, I don't know about that. I wouldn't want to do that. The gold at the BKK store. What is that? Was that in Thailand? You should have, man. It's all good. It's like I've kicked myself for not going to some LCSs when I was out of town too. So get back into gold in a few years. In a few years, gold will be like $10,000 an ounce. So I don't think I'm gonna wait till then. I'm gonna just keep stacking that gold. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, the Holy Roman Empire. So that was kind of like when from like 300 to like what 1200, 1300, somewhere around there. Interesting. I didn't know they used that gold content back then. Yeah, 90 or 98.6%. Interesting. Yeah, I know most a lot of European gold coins are roughly 90% gold. I've encountered a lot of them at 90%. I think most coins like from 100 years ago are around 90%. You don't always have to visit random coin shops when you're on the road. Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of ticked off I didn't though. Last time I was um, in Las Vegas, I was gonna go. I was like, I don't really want to go. Quran's fine, I believe. Yeah, in Asia, in Southeast Asia, they love the purer the gold, the better. They have very high carat gold jewelry, 20 usually 22 carat gold jewelry. Sometimes they have pure gold jewelry, but they love pure gold in Southeast Asia. It's very rare to get pure gold in the US or in Europe. I mean, more modern stuff, yes. I know in Europe they like 18 karat gold for jewelry. You don't you normally don't find too much 18 karat gold jewelry in the US. That's like European jewelry they have. US we have like 10 carat, 12 carat, 14 carat, mostly like 14 carat or 10 carat now. And those things transient, if you buy like the gold jewelry from Southeast Asia, it's extremely hard to sell it in the US. Most dealers won't even buy it from you, to be honest. Number one, there's not a market for it, and I don't know, they just don't like buying like pure gold jewelry for some reason. I don't know why. Vintage so broken foliage. Yeah, my German my German is no bueno. I don't I know a few words here or there. My dad taught me. He was stationed in Stuttgart during the Vietnam era. He decided to enlist in instead of getting drafted, so he got to choose where he wanted to go. So he went to Germany. He went to Stuttgart. So he was very fortunate because he was probably gonna be drafted. So he chose where he wanted to go. So yeah, he picked up a little German. And my mom also picked up German. She learned it in high school, so she can understand it pretty well. And then my grandmother was grew up in Europe. I don't know. She probably knew some German too. She knew like six different languages fluently. She could speak it. Gold Engelhard button, like the one STG got. Yeah, man. Everyone really loves that gold button. And I was hesitating to buy it too. I was talking to Peter that day. I was like, Peter, you think I should get this? I was like hesitating. I was like, yeah, I probably should get it. It's pretty rare. Yeah, Engelhard Australia Gold. I love it. I love that thing. Yeah, sing a happy song. I don't know what that is. Ich bin auch fröhlich. I don't know. So does frolic mean like walking, like casually like walking? Does it have the same meaning in English? Because English is a Germanic language, right? So I think something like 30% of English is derived from German, and I think another like 30 or 40% is derived from Latin. So sometimes if you know another language, if you know a Romance language, and you hear a word is similar in English, it probably means the word was derived from Latin. That's how I kind of figure out like if the word is derived from Latin. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you could hear some German words and it sounds similar in English. It's probably derived from German. Do you have bullion or just fancy collectibles? Um, I have mostly bullion. I don't have too many collectibles. I mean, this is bullion. This is not, I mean, it has some collectible value, but when it comes down to it, it's mostly just bullion, right? I don't really have any collectibles. I used to collect watches, but I'm I'm trying to sell my watches now because I don't think there's going to be a market for them in the near future. I think the prices are already indicating that the watch market is starting to die. So we only use German in writing. We speak a Bavarian dialect. Is that high German or low German? I don't know. There's all sorts of yeah. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Oh man. I learned how to say gold coin in German. Gold Munzen. I actually had to buy a 1/10 ounce gold kookaburra. They were out of it in the US, so I went on a website from Germany, and they still had it there for one of the 1/10 ounce kookaburras. So yeah, they sent me this thing. It's like gold Munzen, and I was like, oh, that must be gold coin or something in German. Hochdeutsch. Every language is lower Austrian. Okay, good to know. Good to know. People get mad when I say it, but gold is gold, silver is silver, copper is copper. When you sell it, no matter how much over spot you paid. That's true, but some of it is more collectible than others. It might still be gold, but someone might be willing to pay a lot more for this than they would for this. Hey, what's going on, Humble man? I'm glad you're here. Everybody, if you're not subscribed, go check out Humble. He just got monetized a few days ago. Really awesome dude. Check out his live streams. Gangster with that Rolex. Yeah, I'm like John Gotti, right? With the Rolex. used to used to wear it like hanging off of hanging off of his arm because he was. I think he was afraid of something like I don't know, some paranoia he had. He used to wear a date just. Yeah, I don't like big chunky watches, you know. I think like around 40, 41 millimeter is good. Do you think my gold bracelet went up more than a Rolex? Probably did. I was shocked recently. I was thinking about getting like a gold president. It's basically 18 karat gold, solid gold. The watch and the bezel and everything is like gold, 18 karat, right? So I looked at it about 7 or 8 years ago, and the price that it is today is pretty much the same it was like 7 or 8 years ago. It really hasn't increased in value, which tells me that the watch market is really softening now, and I want to get out of it ASAP. Yeah, if I had to place a guess, I'd say your gold bracelet probably went up more than a Rolex. You want to get a gold necklace? Yeah, so do I. Oh, you're leaving Humble? All right, Humble, take care. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream pretty soon, probably in another 10 minutes or so. So are you gonna sell your gold coins transient to get a gold necklace? I'd stick with the bullion, man. Because if you buy jewelry, you're paying a high premium for the craftsmanship, and usually you won't get your money back unless you wait a really long time. So even with that, I still think gold jewelry probably went up more than a Rolex. Rolex really it went up a little bit like during the early days of the pandemic. People were afraid, people were laid off and stuff, and they were afraid um, of not being able to get a job or work for a while, so they were selling their luxury goods, and I was buying, so I was flipping so many Rolexes back then, and it was great. They were dirt cheap back then, and I held on to a few of them, and I made some really good money on them. But the market pretty much it went up and then it went down a little. Now it's kind of up a little bit, but I got this thing like 8 years ago, and the price I paid for this is probably you could probably get it for the same price I paid like 8 years ago. It's like really didn't go up that much, if at all. It pretty much stood the same. A friend of mine is a jeweler. He told me to buy secondhand jewelry, otherwise he paid 20-25% for the craftsmanship. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing for a watch. If you buy the watch brand new, you're gonna pay at least that much, 20 to 25% more, just because it's brand new. It's always good to buy from, they call it the gray market, is the secondary market for jewelry, for watches. There's this guy who I watch. He might be from Austria. He's like, I forgot his name. He's a watch guy. I see him sometimes. I watch this guy, producer Michael. He's like into luxury goods like cars and watches and luxury houses and stuff. Yeah, I used to love watches. I wish I had bought bullion instead of watches because I would have made a lot more money. Unfortunately, but hindsight is 50-50, right? You wouldn't sell your bullion for jewelry. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. I don't know. I always wanted a gold chain, like just like a Cuban link chain or something like that. But I don't know. I might get one when I go on vacation. I was actually thinking about getting one of these, but now that I'm putting things into perspective, maybe it's better I get a gold necklace instead of a gold watch. And there was a YouTube channel that from a jewelry store in Beverly Hills that I watched for a while. Yeah, if you watch producer Michael, he goes to jewelry stores in Beverly Hills sometimes. At least you know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy. uh, my roommate in college, his mom texted him one day. He was actually from the Hamptons, and he's like, "Yeah, my mom just saw Flavor Flav in the supermarket." Oh man. Yeah, there's tons of there's Peter, is it Peter Marco Transient? You watch Peter Marco? You know that guy? That guy has some crazy jewelry and watches. Luxury thing I want the most is a business class ticket or the flight back to the US. Yeah, yeah, you know him, right? Yeah. That's probably who you're watching, right? He's an awesome dude. Yeah, whenever my friend goes to Thailand, he always gets the business class because it's a long flight. He never flies like just regular. He always gets business, and he always makes a stop in Japan. Sometimes he stays for like a day or two in Japan. Yeah, All Nippon Airways. He goes usually. He likes them. I know. Aka went on the Philippine Airlines. He had a good experience with them. But yeah, I like traveling. Well, I don't really travel first class and or business. I don't really do that, but I'm sure Austrian Stacker does. He probably gets some nice business class seats for his traveling. Yeah, exactly. Nice, nice, nice. Philippine Airlines because it's nonstop. Wow, that must be a long flight. How long does that take transient? Yeah, I've I never I never had a credit card in my life until my current job. So my current my current job gave me this thing. American Express, everywhere you want to be, right? So I could use it and accumulate miles and stuff like that, but points and stuff, but I don't know. I feel kind of weird using it because then they basically track where I'm buying stuff, what I'm buying, and maybe they take that information, they sell it to third parties, and then I get like junk mail and junk email, because I'm buying this stuff. Like, let's say I get all these calls from like these bullion dealers and stuff, and I'm like, how the hell do they get my number? It must be like from when I buy like from bullion exchanges or something. They sell the information to like third parties, and it's just so annoying. And it's like within a day or two of me buying something from them, I always get a call. It's like, why the hell are you calling me? I'm just buying from your competitor, you know. Leave me alone. Longer, 18 hours nonstop. There used to be a flight on Thai Airways. It was nonstop to Thailand. It was like 20, I don't know how many hours, but I think the longest flight is the one that Georgie used to do when he came to New York from Singapore to New York. I think that's the longest flight. I think it's like 18 and a half hours or something or more. Yeah, but the one from Thailand to New York to JFK, it used to be like the longest flight. And then my friend said either they started it again or they're gonna start it again. I'm not sure. Yeah, luckily you live on the West Coast. Yeah, that definitely helps. That definitely saves about 6 hours. That's probably why it was closer to 24 hours that flight when they had it. It's bad enough, man. I don't mind flying. I just don't like traveling too much. Like I didn't like doing it for work when I went to Nashville. I loved Nashville though. I was only there for about like 4 or 5 days. I loved it, but um I just don't like physically traveling. You join the Smurf Club. You're saving your Expedia points. Yeah, man. I should have I booked my trip this time around. My friend's like, "Oh, you could just go to the hotel's website. You probably get a better deal." And you know what? I actually did get a better deal. And then for the flight, he's like, "Oh, I just usually go on the airline's website, but I compared it to something like Expedia, and then the Expedia was actually cheaper. So I thought I paid a really good deal. I booked the hotel through the company's website, and they actually had a great deal where there was no like the fee. You pay like a daily fee for like amenities and stuff like that. They had a special where you don't pay the fee, so I was like, oh man, that's like $50 a night or something I'm saving. So that was pretty good. You try to go tired and hungry, so you sleep on the plane. The food tastes good. Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. The longest flight I ever was on was from New York to Istanbul. It was like 12 hours. It was actually not bad. I went on Turkish Airlines and it was pretty comfortable, the flight. The food was decent. Um I think I think going there I was up the whole time, but coming back I think I slept like maybe at least half the flight. But yeah, I it's funny when you get to Istanbul, it's like a huge international airport and it converges between, like the Middle East, Africa, Europe. So you have people like from all over the world, right? And I went to the duty free shop there, right, where they were selling alcohol. I shit you not. I was online and like half the people online were like from like Saudi Arabia or like Muslim countries and they were buying alcohol. Because they can't get it so easily in their country, so it was like half the people there were like dressed in like Middle Eastern attire, like the white robes and stuff like that. they were they were all buying alcohol. Wow, San Francisco from Dusseldorf. Wow. That must have been at least like what, 13, 14 hours. I can't imagine. 16 hours. Wow. That's even more than I thought. Yeah, when I went to Istanbul, I was getting antsy. I was like, the last couple hours, I was in a window seat and I didn't want to get up too often. Like the guy next to me was actually taking a nap. Like, so I was like, oh man, I can't really get up. I didn't even have to really go to the bathroom. I just like wanted to stretch my legs, you know. I was getting like antsy. Nice. 8 hour layover in Korea. Nice. But you can't leave. You can't. Did could you leave the airport transient, or you can't leave the airport? California to Australia is about 14 to 16 hours. Nice. Yeah, we have Qantas here. They probably. I guess they would go west. They probably stop in maybe California or something. I have no clue. I wouldn't imagine it would be a nonstop flight from New York to Australia. Yeah, when my friend goes to Thailand, he usually stops in Japan, or sometimes he goes to Taiwan. The time my wife came with me, I would have an 8 hour layover, but our flight was delayed, so they put us in a hotel. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Oh, usually fly Emirates. Nice. Yeah, I heard Emirates has really like very nice, especially their business class. I've seen videos online of the type of seats you guys have on those flights, man. Those are awesome. Emirates. Yeah, we have the Emirates here too in New York. Obviously, like New York, a lot of airlines want to fly here. Nice, man. I can't wait. I want to see Sydney Harbor. I hope you post a picture of Sydney Harbor. I'd love to go to Australia. It's definitely my top five destinations I want to go to. Oh, you got to walk around in Korea. That's cool. That's awesome. I probably get some. I love Korean food. It's my favorite food. I get some Korean food. I know. What's his face? Damn, I can't think of his name. He was in Korea for like a month on work. He was working in Korea. Damn. Oh, Emerald Coast Stacker. He was in Korea for like a month on business. No, that's in Western Australia. Transient. He's going to Sydney. Yeah, it's more towards the east. Sydney has some nice bullion shops, though. I think I know Sentu Georgie would know about that if you want to reach out to him. Yeah, the Royal Australian Mint is in Canberra, so I don't know how far it is from Sydney. That's awesome. Oh, nice, nice. That's awesome. Austrian. I'm jealous. I'm jelly. Yeah, Brisbane, the Gold Coast. There's some shops there. I know Sentu Georgie, like he knows like all the coin shops in those places in Melbourne and Brisbane. He could definitely tell you. Australia's huge, man. I think Australia's like 80% the size of the US. It's a damn continent. It's a damn what do you call it? Yeah, it's a damn continent. You think Austria? You think? You could probably fit like 20 Austrias in Australia. Yeah, I hope you have a good. I know you'll have a great time. I know you'll have an amazing time. You should go to the zoo. You should see like the wallabies and the kangaroos and the koalas and all those creatures from Australia. That'd be awesome to go to like an Australian zoo. Drive across the U.S. in 3 days. Yeah, if you don't sleep at all. If you don't sleep at all, you could do it, but it's very hard to do that. If you literally drive nonstop for 3 days, maybe you could do it. Yeah, I remember Austrian. I remember you talked about that trip. I think you said that was like your favorite trip, right? When you drove across the U.S. Yeah, he's been everywhere, Austrian Stacker. He's been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Used to drive from California to Florida in 3 days with 8 hours of sleeping every night. From Florida to New York, it's like it's at least it depends where in Florida, but it's at least 16 hours. White line fever. I Yep. I was gonna say something along those lines, ordinary man, but I didn't want to say that. It must be something he's taken in order to do that. Hey, what's going on, Nick? Welcome in. 2.5 days to New York City driving team. What? From California to New York in 2.5 days. You had to travel to Texas every quarter for almost 8 years when I was in oil and gas. Oh man, damn. That sucks. I mean, I can understand why, especially where Mr. and Mrs. West Texas live in Odessa. That West Texas is that's where most of the oil is in Texas, Permian Basin. I'm sure you're quite familiar with that area of Texas. You probably went to Dallas too, I'm sure. 2.5 days from New York City to California transient. Come on, man. There's no way. No way. White line. White line fever. Yeah, I love to travel across this country. I've probably only been to about a dozen states before, and most of them I just like drove through them. Like, I was just like, traveling. Team driving is when one driver sleeps while the other drives. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you take turns driving nonstop. But that's crazy, man. How could you do it in like, in that short amount of time? 2.5 days. Because aren't you like stuck in traffic on some highways and stuff? Like, you can't always account for that, right? You're not gonna know. I know now, especially like you have like stuff like Waze and stuff will tell you traffic conditions, but like back in the day when you were a truck driver before, even before like GPS and all that, I don't see like how it's possible to drive like from Cali to New York in 2.5 days. I mean, that's pretty gutsy, especially a semi. I don't know how that's possible, but I'm sure it is, but that's crazy. Hey, what's going on, JK? When you were in training, you drove from LA to New York City and back, and yeah, one week I could understand like that I could understand. That makes sense. 1 week. That seems reasonable, right? But 2.5 days, like, nah, that just like, I don't know. That just doesn't seem humanly possible. Even with multiple people driving nonstop. Are you at work, JK? You got his cup of coffee handy there. I drove from California, Arizona state line to Arcadia, Florida in 2 days. Only got 2 hours of sleep. Damn. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. If it's pretty, if you could travel like pretty much like a straight line for most of the way, like Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, um, what else is next? Alabama, Florida, something like that, right? Back in the days of paper logbooks, yep. Paper maps too. Would you visit Disneyland? I heard it's not that good, Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. I might go to Disneyland. I want to go to SeaWorld. I heard it's beautiful, SeaWorld. And I know Avocado doesn't live too far away from there. I'd love to go to SeaWorld. That I'd rather go to SeaWorld than Disneyland. If I've been to Disney World. Disney World is nowhere near, I mean, Disneyland is nowhere near as good as Disney World. It's not going to compare. Do they have like a Disneyland in Austria? I think they have one in Germany though, right? I think they have one in Germany. I'm not sure. Or it might be in Austria. You love going to Disneyland as a kid. Yeah, exactly. When my mom used to live in Florida, and as a kid she would go during the summertime. They get like a monthly pass, and it'd be dirt cheap when they first opened up. She used to go there like almost every day. Now, if you go there in a day, just for a day, it's like over $100, which is crazy. And back then, for like a whole month, it probably didn't even cost that much. It was like dirt cheap to pass. They have Enchanted Kingdom here in the Philippines. Poor man's Disneyland. SeaWorld has dolphins that helps with women's pregnancy. What? You drove from SoCal to Charlotte in 2.5 days. Nice. Oh, recently when you met up with OCJK, I think that's pretty doable. That's not too bad. I remember my cousin because my uncle was in Florida, my cousin's in North Carolina, and I was in New York, and he drove to New York. He said it's quicker from North Carolina to New York than it is from North Carolina to Florida. And I didn't believe it, but he told me that's what he did. He drove. It was like, I think it was like at least 4 or 6 hours less. I went to Ocean Park, there's SeaWorld here in the Philippines, and swam with the dolphins. Nice. That's awesome. I'd love to go to SeaWorld. Oh, 20 years ago. Now I fly. Yeah. I mean, I don't I like it depends on where I go. Usually I just fly now because, I basically I could afford it and it's a lot quicker. I did a project down in Baltimore for PayPal, and I took a train down there, and it really wasn't that bad. I think it took me about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. Really not that far from New York, Baltimore. Yeah, I heard about Knott's Berry Farm. James, man, what are you doing up, man? What are you doing up this early? One person I never thought I'd see in my live stream this late. What's going on, James, man? Gotta make you a moderator, man. The first time I've seen you in here in forever. You got up for a midnight snack, James? I don't know what I'm doing up this late. I gotta get to bed, man. You're getting up. You're getting up for work. You're getting up to take a leak. That's what happens when you get older. You gotta get up there in the middle of the night, right? Got that enlarged prostate, prostrate. Knott's Berry Farm is cool during Halloween. Don't they have a Knott's Berry Farm silver bar? I've seen it before. It's getting near dinner time here. Damn. You're gonna have some chicken adobo. It's your get up time. Damn, man. What the hell do you do? Milk the cows? Feed the chickens? What's for dinner? He's gonna get chicken adobo and some pancit noodles. He's gonna go to Jollibee. Korean. I like Korean noodles the best, man. I think they make the best noodles. Korean noodles, Korean ramen, so good. Nongshim Ramyun. They call it Ramyun, not ramen. They call it Ramyun. Jollibee is bomb. Yeah, they got Jollibee here in New York. I never tried it. They don't got Shakey's Pizza. I've never heard of Shaky. Like, sounds like someone's shaking when they like make the pizza or something. I don't know. I never heard of Shakey's Pizza until someone mentioned it in the chat. Chain pizzas are not popular in New York City for obvious reasons. Yeah, we were talking about Little Caesars last time. Remember Little Caesars? Yeah, spicy chicken. Yeah, I don't eat meat, so they kind of don't have much for me in Jollibee. They got some like ube pie or pineapple pie. Um, I tried going into Jollibees, man. I don't know. They didn't help me. What? I was waiting there. The guy was like, just like he didn't want to help me. I was like, what the heck? I just walked out. I don't even know what the hell Shakey's is. I know you said it's a pizza place. You're like from SoCal, dude. So they like talk like this in SoCal, like Long Beach and like Redondo Beach. It's like totally killer, totally like gnarly waves. You're from like Anaheim, right? It's like Liberty Bleeds Silver is like from Anaheim. Mojo potatoes and pizza. What's Mojo's potatoes? Oh man, wasn't OC? No, OC was in the other chat. OC was in Humble's chat tonight. Yeah, the only place in Southern California I want to go to is Beverly Hills. That's about it. Spend every dime just to get to Anaheim. Guessing that's a song. Moon until Zappa. Moon Unit Zappa. Yeah, so I'm going on vacation in April, and my friend might swing over to Los Angeles for a day to see a Dodgers game. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. So I don't know. I might be in LA for one day. Less than a day. I'm just basically gonna maybe fly in for a Dodgers game and then fly back. Would I ever live in Beverly Hills? I don't think I could afford to live in Beverly Hills. I don't think I'd want to live there, to be honest. Century City, everything's so nice and pretty. I bet they pay those big tax dollars. I bet. I know the police response time is like 3 minutes in Beverly Hills. Rodeo Drive. Need someone to guard your safe while you're away. No, I got measures in place, James. Don't worry. Honestly, if someone tries it, man, they'll be sorry. I got some safeguards in place. So, nah, most of my stuff is not on site here. I don't keep most of my bullion on site. I have it in temperature control storage. So, yeah. Why you want to guard my stuff, James? When I get back, will it still be there? Would you ever consider living in the Bay Area? Heck no. Next. Do I want to experience an earthquake? No. I mean, I'd like to visit the Bay Area. I really would. There's some people in that area. There's some people in this room in that area. I definitely would love to visit the Bay Area. Yeah, I wouldn't. I've only experienced an earthquake 2 times in my life, so I'd be freaking out probably if I went to Cali. Back in the pager days, my friend paged me 911 and I found the strangest payphone in Beverly Hills. Yeah, you guys are used to it. That's why I'd be freaking out, man. We had an earthquake. I think it was last year. It was pretty powerful. It was like for 30 seconds at least. I was like freaking out. Earthquakes are rare now. What? I had to calm some guy down. He was freaking out like crazy. Yeah, that would be me. It was on the corner of a street full of mansions. Nice. Yeah, you don't see too many payphones anymore. They had one left in my neighborhood and they took it out probably maybe I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. They still had one, which was like crazy to even see it that long, that short amount of time ago. Yeah, the last payphone they took out a few years ago in New York City. They used to have it like across the street from the courthouse because that a lot of people to get out of jail or something they need to make a call, but even that one probably they took out like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, I could imagine Beverly Hills. I could imagine. I'd love to go to Beverly Hills. Hawaii is the state with the most payphones per, I guess, per person, per people, per capita or something. I don't know, but Hawaii still has the most payphones in the U.S. I guess because they don't have good coverage in Hawaii for some reason. So Maroon Five and their song "Payphone." That band sucks. No, I don't remember. I never listened to them. I'm tired of winning. Who are you, Trump? You're tired of winning. uh, uh, Make payphones great again. If you drive all the way down Sunset Boulevard, you go through Beverly Hills and up at the beach. Nice. Go to like Redondo Beach, dude. Get some like totally gnarly waves. You gotta go to like the Boo, like Malibu. I'm all about that SoCal lifestyle, dude. I want to go to Rodeo Drive, man. I want to go to Beverly Hills Cop. Do 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 do. Beverly Hills Cop. That was a good movie. I like that movie. The new one, it was okay. I like the old ones. Yeah, that's probably the most I know I learned about Beverly Hills was from Beverly Hills Cop. Oh man. Oh man, it's getting late. I should probably call it a night. All right, guys. Yeah, I gotta go to work. I mean, it's a Friday, but still. Wonder World. What? All right, guys. I appreciate everyone staying this long. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun, guys. Thanks a lot to some people who came in tonight. I don't know if you guys are still in here. Ordinary Man, Austrian Stacker, people who I don't normally see. James Real. Uh, Akka, mate, you always leave. Are you in here without saying anything? You're just watching me, and then you show up. You say hi at the end. It's all good, mate. I don't care. All right, Akka, have a good day, mate. I guess you're getting out of work soon. If you're not out of work already, you're late. It's all good, mate. I'm just about to end the stream. I'm glad to see you in here. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll be in touch. I'm gonna send you an email, Akka. All right. Take care, guys. Like I always say, guys, stack that